Now I just updated one of the outputs. Actually, because this code now is working for the polygon and points, so it's better that you get also your points out of the results. So it doesn't matter. Now I just added the save points as an output. Okay, so now all the settings as we mentioned earlier, the area and the slope and the total amount, and all good. So we run here. So you see I added one more step. It's become it's become out of 7 because I added the command to give us a points. Then we will have more logical outputs. Okay, here is the result now. You can see all the safe zones. It come to us, all of these areas considered to be safe, which is less than 5 degrees. So in order to confirm this data, actually you can just follow the identity here feature. You can check, for example, if you are here, if it's a slope, it's less than 5. So wherever you go and follow the safe areas, it will give you any area that it's less than 5. So all of these red areas actually are less than 5. This is within the seaside and so on. Yeah, okay, so now this is the safe zones, and we randomly extracted 230 points for the what we call it safe points class 0. So we check, we have the 230 okay points, and for the landslides as well we have the 230. Okay, so now we come to the next step, which is defining the training and testing grid. So safe units, now you know that we are dealing with points. Now we are not dealing with the polygons, so you just choose the safe points, not safe units, safe points. Okay, because we are dealing with points. And landslide within the slopes. Okay, so you choose the landslide within the slope. Make sure the projection ID is similar. So yes, grid size, as you said, we will take it 400. Training percentage, you want to do the 70-30, 60-40, 50-50. So if you want to check the 70, and the extend, we'll take the slope. Alright, so we are good here. Actually here there is a number of outputs that I leave it for you to be shown. Actually there is a number of outputs. I let it free for you to double check your results. So the testing zone 0, the testing zone 1, and the testing 1 and 0. This is the one that we are interested in. Okay, and also the training that has 0 and 1. So later if you need anything you can just double check, they will all come as output, but we will show which one is the most important one. So we run it now. So you notice we have a 17 here, 17 steps. Okay, so within 17 step it might take some time, as you said, depending on your machine. We will follow it, and if you see that there become no responding or there is some kind of stuck, doesn't matter, just leave the software, it will run, there is no issue. Okay, as you notice here, now we have all the steps defined on the log area, so you can follow every step, and you see, yeah, finally we got the result. So the result represented by the most important one, that we have the training 1 and 0, and the testing 1 and 0. The others, they are just the main data, but after we make the union, we are getting the 1 and 0. So you have separately, and you have them merged together in one object. Okay, so if you want, you can double check. Now you open the training. You see you have 321. Half of it it's go to the training. Sorry, half of it is go to the value of 1, and the other half go to the value of 0. So double check here. You see this group which it has no information here. That's mean this one, it comes to, yeah, this is the values of 1. Okay, it's easy identified whenever you see that it's become empty here. Okay, so that means this is the first group, and this is the second group. Okay, where you start to have the values in the other attributes. Okay, which is not very important now, because still we are under the processing. Later, the last step, we will differentiate between them. Alright, this is where there is no slides. This is for the save. You see, when we click, we open it, we got the save. So this is the save zones, and that one, it was for the landslide zones. Okay, so our training data is available now, and it's ready, and it has almost the same amount. So you see 161. Okay, and the other one we have 160. So maybe there is one object just different, but this is not a big deal. We will clean the data once we get the final results. Okay, and because this number is odd now, so it's got one extra feature. Alright, now we will, don't forget, deselect. Okay, so we'll come to the last step, which is the thematic maps. In thematic maps, actually, why I taught you how to edit, how to monitor the tool, because in thematic maps, usually it depends. Some people, they have a large set of data, maybe like 10 independent factors. Some they just have 5. So it's changeable based on your data, what kind of data you want to run with the landslide. You just want to use the DEM derivatives, or you have extra good data with land uses and lithology and distance from whatever. Okay, so you are free here to add as much as you want. So, but what is the case here? So I added too many layers. So for you, actually, you need to just open, edit this tab. So you will choose, you will say that, okay, now I will, you see it's too many factors I added here. You say that, alright, I am not interested in too many, I want to use the elevation, okay, and I have curvature or just slope, or I want to add more. Okay, so now let me just show you what sort of data I have. So I will add the geology, I will add the DEM, already we have it. Okay, we will add the NDVI. Okay, and the geology, this is just for you time to test, because this one it's categorical data, this is a continuous data. What else do you want? Then we have it already. Don't have too much data here, it is just for test. Curvature if you want, it is a continuous. Okay, take the land cover. So we have two categorical now, and we have two continuous. Okay, and we have the slope, and we have the dam. So we will come and we will just modify this thematic maps. So edit, you start elevation, yes, the dam we have it, so keep it. Alright, what else? Aspect, no, we don't have an aspect, so you can just easily come here. You see this aspect, this connected to the aspect, just deactivate. That's all. Right and left, deactivate. This is connected to the aspect. Curvature, you have it, yes, okay, keep it on. Slope, okay. SPI, we don't have, just deactivate it. Whatever is connected to the SPI, which is just the, you see, this is just the zonal statistics, just deactivate it. Okay, what else? ASR, we don't have it here, deactivated, deactivated. Terrain roughness, no, deactivated. TWI, so I added the most common factors, so for you, you can choose and you can add. In the following session I will show you how to add more factors. Okay, so for now, what do we have? We have the elevation and the curvature and the slope. Okay, but the other layers are not here. Okay, so simply what we can do, you can just change the name. Okay, the analysis will be similar, so just change the name. So we have the aspect, you don't have aspect here, alright, just change the name of the aspect, make it as what we said. We have the NDVI, for example, NDVI. Alright, NDVI. Here what do we have? This is, it was for the aspect. Don't do anything, just change here. Just make it as ND. And you'll change the name from aspect testing to ND testing. That's all. Just rename it. If you don't use this layer, if you want to use different one, just rename it. If you want to add, we'll show you how to add. Okay, so it's activated, you see, directly after we added here. So change this one. Already the input is NDVI because we connected it. So instead of aspect, it's ND, and the training, it's ND. Why I just added ND? You can say that why you didn't add all the full name. Actually, later on we'll see the result. There is just a specific amount of letters that you allowed to get the output. So I need specific information about the mean, median, and the mode for the statistics inside the final table. So if you write full name, NDVI or curvature, you will cover the other letters chance to show in the final output. So I'm interested to know the information. So for the ND, it's clear, you can just put the ND. There is nothing like the other name that is common with this one. Alright, so the curvature, it's fine. Yeah, name it's long here, but inside it, you see, I summarize it. It's just curve. Okay, slope, we have it, SPI. Okay, we will use it for the geology. Can put the geology. Okay, so this is for the geology. So just change it here to geo. So it is geo. Alright. What else? This side. Geo and geo. Okay. What else? Land cover. Yes. Land cover. LC. Edit. This is the LC. LC. Okay. Let's see here. You notice here, this is the only step that you edit the tool, because it's changeable. As I said, you might add different layers, so you need to rename it. Okay, what else? So NDVI, we have land cover, NDVI, elevation, geology, land cover, and curvature is there. So slope and depth, that's all. So TWI, we don't need it. Okay, so you can just deactivate it. Okay, as it required, you just put it as no, so it will be optional. Roughness, put it as no. Alright, we are good. Don't look to anything else. This is just for you to change. This is the area that you have permission to change. The others no need to change anything. Okay, double check. Elevation, zone, elevation, also elevation, NDVI testing, NDVI training, curvature testing, training, slope testing, training, geo, LC, training, testing, roughness deactivated, TWI deactivated. Okay, save it. Now let's run it. This is the last step for thematic maps. Slope, add the slope. It will ask you LC, land cover, geo, elevation, NDVI, TWI optional. You see, this is what we made optional, so not selected. Curvature, yes. Terrain, optional. Optional. A training zone 1 and 0, we have it. If you see here, we have it, so we will choose it. Training zone 1 and 0, testing zone 1 and 0, testing zone 1 and 0, curvature testing, and this is the output now. Nothing to do, it will just come out. Okay, for slope, training, ND, LC, geo, elevation, curvature. Okay, Now we'll run it. Again, it's almost 12 steps. Follow the log and you see the data it's running smoothly. You remember that if you increase the number of layers, the tool can take as much as you want, 20, 25, 6, 7 factors, doesn't matter. Okay, so just the most important that you check within the layers inside the tool that you change the name based on the factors that you added, or if you want to add more, that it, for example, here is we still have the limited number, we just added 7 or 8, it's empty, or you can change or you can rename. It will show you how to add more, then you can develop more. So you can see here the results are coming, and here we are. Okay, so now what we don't need, just switch it off. Okay, so now for every pixel, for training and testing, we have the slope for training data and we have the slope for testing data. Now you need to know something. Actually, for the slope, it's a continuous data. So you open it here. You see now we have a slope from here. This is our 0 and 1, as we said. Okay, this is, it was all for 1 and this is for 0. Don't feel confused, even this is for 0 then this is for 1. It's very clear, separated, so you will understand the data by just click on the group. Okay, you sum up like this, zoom. Okay, if you want to make sure, just click. Oh yeah, this is for value of 1. Okay, so the left side it's for 1 and the right side it's for 0. Okay, what do we need to know? We need to know that, for example, slope, it's a continuous data. So usually when we choose it for analysis, which value that we are interested in? Usually we are interested in the mean. So if we have in one cell and we have the dem value, so we have too many values within this cell, so we are taking the mean out of it. So we take the mean of the values and we will use it for the analysis later. Okay, so it doesn't matter, all the other results is not important. So for you just need to copy the points and the field of mean. You have standard deviation, you have all the information within 1 pixel. You see all the statistics for 1 pixel. So if you do further research, you want to use the variation, median, the mode inside. I mean, if you have any sort of application based on some logical experiment, you can use